Hello again, everyone. I am back with yet another serious, eye-opening, and thought-provoking message. The title, topic, or subject matter of this message is "Do Not Feed the Trolls, Christians and Jews." But before I get into this message, I would just like to say, or this subject matter, I would just like to announce that this is my last video that I'm going to post to this channel. And the reason for this is because I just feel that it's time to start somewhere new. Okay, because it's like one pastor that I listened to said, this would be the year of extreme transition, and there's been a lot of transitions in my life this year. So I'm gonna just give you the link, especially in the main area of my channel, to the new channel that I'm going to. Okay, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this channel and coming back here every once in a while to post something, but in the meantime, this is my last video. Okay, I think. But anyways, in a sense, it's also my backup channel. So I'm gonna just, I think it's just about how time to start somewhere new. Okay, start fresh. Okay, but moving on forward, I would just like to say that I'm gonna disable comments for now on because in a sense this is gonna tie in with the subject matter, title, topic, and subject matter of this message, because the reason I disable comments now because I don't get comments from real humans anymore. It's just bots and stuff that come around and post around my channel. And also, I just like to say that, getting down to things, I'm just like to say that for those of y'all that, especially those of you that are black, and also those of you that, you're a believer, you're saint and follower of God, or you profess to be, please do not respond to the trolls online, because a lot of times, number one, they're just posting stuff to pick fights with you. And secondly, they're doing it because they're just trying to annoy you and stuff. And thirdly, please understand that they're also demons posting, those comments and stuff. Either that or just AI bots or whatever. And y'all really don't need to respond because, like I heard Joel Osteen say in his message, no more distractions. And although, he's not God's man, I'm going to just post a link in the description so that some of y'all are just knuckleheads out here and y'all don't get it. And I'm also post a link to the message about, what Yahweh Rules got to say about them. Because when I first got on YouTube, this really wasn't a problem, okay? Especially, worsened, after Google had snatched up, or I would just say bought off YouTube and stuff, because they knew that people, since the platform is coming more and more popular, people were going to come up there and, post truth, okay? That the truths that, God, the Most High, and the Heavenly Father He's given to us. So they had to, come in and run interference and stick their nose, in our affairs and stuff, because they knew that y'all would post things that would expose them. So that's why they bought up Google. Google bought up YouTube back in, 2000. I'm just say April 2008, and I can remember that time, to be honest. But please do not waste y'all time arguing with I'm gonna just get down to the nitty gritty and just say that don't waste your time arguing, debating, and going back and forth with internet trolls, because they're just agents of darkness. They're not human at all, but they're demons. And the truth is out about them now, and they're angry about it. And the only thing they're gonna do is just get up there and just troll all day, and also whine about being exposed. Okay, they're mad because white supremacy has been exposed. God has revealed to us as black people, because I'm gonna be honest, we got the short end of the stick, because number one, our ancestors sinned against God and rejected God for generations. So, God has been, punishing us ever since. We've been suffering from, I'm gonna just say we've been paying for the sins of our ancestors. It's contrary to, this narrative that Satan is pushing. It's not out and out all the time, but a lot of times it's just merely suggested or insinuated that, this stuff has been happening to us over the years because we're inferior, and that couldn't be further from the truth. It's just that if you want to find out which part of the Bible applies to, us as black people, just check out the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, and you will never, ever, ever hear this in most churches, much less let alone mega churches, because you have to understand those preachers, and this isn't my subject, but I just thought I would throw this in. They've been made to sign these contracts, and by the way, a lot of them are into witchcraft and the occult. This is why they get such a large following, despite of the fact that they don't despite the fact, or in spite of the fact that, they don't have any anointing, they don't have any talent, no charisma that a true man of God would have, that God would, only the Holy Spirit can endow a true man of God with. And on top of that, they're the vast majority of them are really annoying. Okay, I can't listen to them for more than, like a minute or two. I just had to turn the thing off because they're obviously not God's men, and the vast majority of them are also not real humans. Okay, they're demons in human form, and we as God's people, y'all, if you really claim to be a part of the body, body / bride of Jesus Christ, and you're a follower of Christ, and you going back with him when he comes, it's about high time that we as God's people accept this fact and come to terms with it. Because as I heard that young lady say that talked about demon incarnates, I'm gonna be sure to post a link in the description, and also her sister. Okay, I call her Sister Zippy, but it's Sister Zipporah and Sisters Zipporah and Rachel Mashala from Zambia, which is in Southeast Africa. But anyways, telling y'all about demons in human disguise, and also this stuff has been out for a number of years, and it's like y'all are going to sleep on this fact. Okay. And just like she said, just because you don't believe in this stuff, or, you put it out of your mind or whatever, or you even ignorant to it, doesn't mean that demon incarnates don't exist, or demons in human disguise or human form in disguise don't exist, okay? It doesn't mean they're not working against you, because looking back on my very own life, even before I knew the truth about it, I suspected something was going on, but I never could quite place my short little chubby finger on it. My little short, little pudgy brown finger on it. I kind of suspected that this stuff was going on, both, with celebrities and in my family, as well as the general population out there. But, I never could quite, find answers that were satisfactory to me. And thank God, when God finally began to open up this stuff to me, where first, I just thought, celebrities were just cloned. And this was back when I was 28, shortly after my 28th birthday. I thought it was just the celebrities. But then by the time I would say a year and some change later, when I was 29 years old, 29 and a half, God began to reveal to me that not only that, celebrities were like that, this stuff was out there in the general population. So Satan's agents are everywhere. And every one of y'all that listen to me right now, they're real people. They're also chosen. Every one of y'all got these individuals in your family. And that's why, God told Abraham back in the Old Testament to get away from his family, because this stuff has been going on for thousands of years. Okay. The enemy, he leaves no stone unturned, and, in his efforts to destroy humanity and inject himself into humanity, as my late pastor, Brother Jim Loudermilk, please be sure to check out his sermons as well, has said, the enemy leaves no stone unturned. He's going to go through every extreme to, hijack, the human race and destroy the human race, especially in this time, because we're near the end. And back to the subject or topic or subject matter at hand. The trolls that are starting these fights, please, over the internet, they fussing, fighting, and stewing and all this kind of stuff. They post comments deliberately to, inflame you, to, bait you into conflict, as Joel Osteen put it. Okay? And why do y'all waste y'all time? And y'all got some nerve to claim that you're a Christian and that you're the body / bride of Jesus Christ, okay? But you get into arguments with this, but it's like Apostle Paul said, we have no such customs in the church. In other words, when God reveals something to us, that's the way it is. We're not going to argue, fuss, fight, debate, stew, go back and forth about it, because it's a waste of time, okay? They're not there. They educate you. They dare to prove you wrong. They dare to just make you look like a fool, a straight slap fool, and also understand that they're paid shields, and some of them are AI bots, even a lot of them, as a matter of fact, because I noticed that the vast majority of comments under these YouTube videos are, AI bots. They're posted by bots, okay? And also the comments that, target black people, the stalk, bully, and harass us, a lot of them are posted by AI bots. And you'll see bot comments like, we was kings, and, they doing that to mock black people, or, Jesus is white, or the Jews are actually, like they look like somebody from the Middle East or the Mediterranean area or something like that. Basically, they're trying to say that, Jesus and the real Jews are dark-skinned white people, okay? They know they ain't gonna get us with the lily white part, but they're just, just water it down a bit so, it may like Jesus is brown, but he's a black man, and the real Jews are black people, and that's why we get targeted for stalking, bullying, and harassment, both, over the internet and also in real life. This isn't just on YouTube and even other, popular mainstream social media outlets or platforms like, Instagram and TikTok or whatever. This stuff is all over the internet. It's just everywhere. It's even on porn sites, okay? And anybody that denies that black people are the real Jews at this point, you're either blind, dumb, stupid, ignorant, deaf, and dumb, okay? And blind in both eyes and deaf in both ears and just a whole entire idiot, okay? Because black people are the ones that are usually targeted for stalking, bullying, harassment over the internet and also in real life. And that's how I know black people are the real Jews, okay? We know what we are now. We don't believe or cater to lies. A lot of us, not all of us now, because all black people are real people, okay? Just like any other race of people. The vast majority of humanity, regardless of, from, I'm going to just say being ebony black all the way to lily white, okay? The vast majority of so-called humans on this earth are not humans at all, but they're actually demons in human form / disguise, okay? Human disguise / form, okay? And, demons pretending to be human beings. A lot of times, not always, but sometimes you can tell that they're demons because they're real plastic looking and stuff, and they just, as far as how they look, or they look very strange, or they look like, clones usually looked at as, weird hybrid look, inbred look about them. Like you see in the media oftentimes, with the models and stuff, they all had the same look, those balloon lips, big lips, Botox lips, and very tiny noses, and, just fake artificial beauty. By the way, the vast majority of them are transgender, by the way. But anyways, because devil is not going to use real women, okay? He hates us, because hatred of women, by the way, I would just like throw this in, it's an antichrist spirit. And I'm beginning to suspect at this point, and don't, jump out the window and start calling me names and saying I'm a blasphemer and a heretic or whatever, or a false prophet, or in my case, because I'm a female prophetess, okay? But I'm beginning to suspect that, God is a woman. So don't let the devil's crowd be smarter than you in that respect, because Ariana Grande, I can't stand Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande is a lady boy. I'm going to just be honest, okay? Like all the other so-called female artists in the industry. But anyways, like as much as Taylor Swift or, Miley Cyrus and even Justin Bieber, they're all transgender. But anyways, and they're also cloned. They're not human at all. Okay, but anyways, you'll be able, to tell. But anyhow, Ariana Grande said that God is a woman. And also, Doughboy in that movie, Boys in the Hood, said that, what if God was a B.I., okay? I ain't gonna say the word, but, God was a woman, okay? Don't listen, y'all. Don't let the devil be smarter than y'all, okay? And even, these neo-pagan environmentalists and New Age individuals, they even refer to God as a female, Mother Nature and stuff. That explains why us women have to deal with a whole lot of stuff over these years. We hate it even more than men. And don't pay no attention to those MGTOW incel men that make men out to be the victims, because us women, we go through, this isn't my subject, but I just thought I would throw this in. Us women go through far more than what they go through, far more stuff, far more crap. Okay, we go through far more hell than they do. For one thing, we might be targeted for rape and molestation and sexual assault, sexual violence, bullying and harassment, and so on and so forth. And we have to endure the rigors of pregnancy and childbirth. We more likely to be mocked and objectified, by the trans women and stuff out there. We deal with stuff that men don't even have to deal with. Okay, because we're the so-called, I don't know if I want to say weaker, but we're the fairer sex, okay? I'm beginning to think that, God is a woman, okay? And that's another thing they twisted in the Bible, to fit their, misogynistic, chauvinistic agendas and stuff. That explains why, we get targeted for hate, and violence and so on and so forth, and abuse, more so than men are. As I told, a friend of mine of 10 years, a number of months ago, when it comes to, let's say it comes to a situation, a mugging and robbery and, just assault at night, okay? The men would just, they'll just beat them up and just rob them. But as women, they more like sexually assault. I mean, I'm going to just say they're more like to rape us, okay? Men don't have to deal with that. But I guess they jealous. In a sense, it's jealousy, because the justice system, is unjustified a lot of times. It's like to side with the woman and the man. But let me get back to the subject at hand. Please understand that those trolls that y'all are arguing, debating, and going back and forth with are not humans at all. They've been sent by the enemy, to debunk the truth and to mock the truth. They mock the Bible. They mock black people who are the real Jews, by the way, and they're angry that God has revealed the truth to us. I mean, don't y'all get it? Y'all are just slow, okay? And one of the Bible calls even we as God's people sheep, because I don't mean no harm, but sheep are just as dumb as anything I know of. The only thing they know how to do is just wander around and, nibble grass and stuff. And that's why sheep need a shepherd. Because like John Hagee said, sheep without a shepherd, they're going to be dead very soon. Okay? And all them demons are going to do is just get up there and whine. They're going to whine about, saying, make it like black people. I'm going to just say the stuff the white man, the so-called white man has been doing to us, white supremacy has been doing to us for all this time. They're going to try to make it blame us and turn around us and gaslight us and say that we imagine it. They're going to always say the same, nonsense and foolish, repeat the same garbage all over and over again. And please do not argue with them, because it's a waste of time, okay? They're just there to waste your time. And also, by the way, they're being paid to do this, okay? They're paid shields, agents, and sometimes they're controlled, in a lot of cases, they're controlled opposition, and they're also gatekeepers. In other words, controlled opposition gatekeepers are even more dangerous because they're also being used by Satan. I mean, they'll speak half-truths and partial truths and even mostly truths, just enough to keep you hanging on. But the truth of the matter is, they're just as part of the system as those that outright lie to you, okay, and deceive you. And they're not going to change. And if I'm being honest, I don't want to hear it, okay? Their comments shouldn't be read because they have nothing worthwhile to say. Because the only thing they're going to do is get out there and gripe and moan and complain about the truth being out. But like Yahweh Rule said years ago, back when he was on YouTube, their main concern ought to be the lake of fire, which, the bottomless pit that awaits them. Well, not the lake of fire per se, but, the bottomless pit, which contains fire. It's the county jail and stuff. That hellfire that awaits them, okay? I mean, being exposed is the least of their concerns, because, like my late pastor said, once, something comes out, is made known, you can't make it a secret again, and that's what they're trying to do, and that's impossible. And also understand this, I mean, the cat's been let out the bag, okay? You can't, or the basket, you can't put him back in once, you can't put it back in, or him or her back in once, they've been let out, okay? And also, my late pastor said in a 91 sermon, November 1991 to be exact, that when the devil, stands to lose everything he got, he's going to take drastic, extreme measures, to hold on to it. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing it all over the news. The so-called white people, by the way, most of those people you see on the news, they're news anchors or reporters. The vast majority of them, I would say like 95 to 98% of are clones, okay? They're soulless. And by the way, you can't always tell that someone is a clone, because a lot of them look just as real as I do, okay? You have to let God open up your spiritual eyes and let you see who that individual really is. And some of y'all, a lot of y'all, as a matter of fact, out there are in relationships and are married and even got children by these individuals, and they're not human. They look like a human being, but they're not human at all, because they don't have a soul, okay? And like, when y'all want to get it, stop engaging these trolls. Do not feed the trolls, because they're not there to, because they know the truth. Please understand, you're not educating them. They already know the truth, but they reject it, and they mock it, and they make fun of it, and they deride it, okay? But anyhow, don't waste your time, because they've been sent by Satan to antagonize you, okay? They decided back when they rebelled against God in heaven, and by the way, their demons have been cast out of heaven, along with, they were 30 angels that cast out of heaven along with Satan / the devil, okay? And their end is hell fire, is a lake of fire, okay? And you're not educating them, you're not telling them anything that they don't already know. And if I'm being honest, I don't want to hear anything they got to say, because, they did this to themselves, okay? And black people, leave them alone, because they're just there to get on your nerves and to put you down. And that's how I know black folks are the real Jews, because no other race gets targeted like we do. Okay, misery loves company, so I just thought I would throw that in. And if there's nothing further, I would just like to say, I hope y'all were blessed by this. I hope y'all learned something new. So if there's nothing further, I'm out. Peace. Shalom.